Do you ever have one of those days where you just want to scream, like you just want to get your anger out of your system so that you can finally return to the normal person you're supposed to be? Like imagine someone's insulted you a lot and you just want to reply with a really angry comment like, you're a terrible person and I hate you. But then you leave your computer, you come back a bit later and you see the comment you're about to leave and you're like, wow, whew, I dodged a bullet there. I'm really glad I didn't send that. That's not who I am. I would never say something like that. It was basically me yesterday. Yesterday, I was cooped up in my room on my birthday in a hot day, and here I am, after 6 months to a year, reading up on the US political scene and just getting so angry at all the stuff that these politicians do that's so wrong, and I just got so upset. And so I lashed out, and I wanted to just I spewed it. I spewed it in an angry, ranting manner, and a lot of people will agree with what I'm about to say, but I want you to take the anger with a grain of salt, and also know that right after this angry Evan with a full room is done talking to you, I'm going to come back as future Evan, and I want to say some things with 1 day's extra perspective. So take that in mind. Other than that, enjoy. This video violates my golden rule as a conversationalist. Never talk about politics. However, here I am, and here you are. If you're not interested in anything political, just click away and play Pokemon Go or something. If you are interested in politics, then strap yourself right on in, because it's about time to talk about my opinions on the US election. I can only hope that everyone that's made it this far through the video keeps watching with an open mind before leaving a comment, but that is only a hope. Without further ado, let's go. I am not voting for Hillary Clinton. Oh. So you're voting for Trump? No, I'm not voting for Trump. Personally, I've tried reasoning with myself, like maybe I should vote for Hillary, but in the end, there's always one thing that comes in the way, and that's trust. I have absolutely no trust in the woman. Now, there's a lot of repetitive rhetoric around Hillary Clinton that she'll say whatever she wants to get elected. For instance, she was in New Hampshire and she told people she's a hardcore progressive. When she goes to Ohio, oh, she's more of a moderate. Now, you might be saying, Evan, she's just playing the game. I don't want someone that's playing a game. I want someone that's real with me. I don't want someone that's gonna lie to people and say that she's one way and then go to different groups of people and be like, oh no, I'm this way, just to get elected. That's not someone that I'd want to vote for. That's very fake. How could I put someone in office that says they're going to do anything and trust them at all? That's so untrustworthy. And how are you to believe she's going to uphold anything she said she's going to do in the party platform? I can't. At least with Bernie Sanders, he stood by everything he said everywhere he went because he was speaking from his heart. He wasn't trying to win an election. He was trying to make a revolution. Yeah, well, Bernie Sanders has fully endorsed Hillary Clinton, so why don't you get in line? I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Now, there are many more examples of Hillary Clinton lying on the campaign trail, such as telling people that when she landed in Bosnia, she was under cover of sniper fire, when in fact, they have video proof. None of that happened. I don't know why she lied about that. Like, that's such a stupid thing to lie about. Like, is that supposed to make people feel like, oh man, she really gets down and dirty with the job? Why? Why not just tell the truth? That's just, why? I don't get it. It's also pretty embarrassing we had to shame her to stop using 9/11 as her trump card. Like when people were like, why were you so supportive of big banks and Wall Street during this time? And she was like, well, Wall Street's in New York. I mean, remember 9/11? I was there for that. Yeah, it was a bad time, but 9/11, like, what? That's disgusting. I'm glad she stopped after multiple instances of using that, but that's just an example of, I don't want to be attached to someone like that. I don't want to vote for someone that would ever use that as a campaign boost. Can we just stop focusing on how terribly untrustworthy she is and talk about how good her policies are? She's taken most of Bernie's policies. Yeah, but the problem is I can't trust that she's going to follow through on these policies because of how untrustworthy she is. Let's just talk about the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the TPP. Is she for it? Is she against it? I honestly feel like we have a situation similar to the Schrodinger's Hillary. Simultaneously, she is for it and against it. Because in the past, in her book she wrote, loads about how much she supported it and how she's for the TPP. Everyone's like, whoa, 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 we're not for the TPP. So she goes, hold on, removes that chapter from the book, little Orwellian stuff happening here. Didn't happen. The past has been erased. I'm not for it anymore. And then she picks a VP that's ridiculously for the TPP and for big banks. Oh man, really trust her. As soon as she gets in office, she's gonna be like, no guys, I don't support the TPP. Bull, okay? Absolute bull. I cannot trust her on that at all. She's given like 8 different signals. No way. No way. Not my partnership, not my problem. Now, you might expect me to go hard into Hillary Clinton because of her stances against homosexual marriage up until 5 years ago, but honestly, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt here that she's grown as a person and she hasn't just switched her opinion because that's what the other Democrats are doing. I believe she believes homosexual marriage should be a thing and that she isn't as against it as she used to be. I mean, it is pretty cool that Bernie Sanders has always been for civil rights and always been for homosexual marriage, even when it was not cool to be that way, but I'm gonna equate them equally because the thing is, they're both the same now, and I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. And my last issue of trust with Hillary is the email server. I haven't talked about her emails yet, and some of you might be thinking, can we just forget about the emails already? No, because it's relevant. Sure, she wasn't indicted, congratulations. Some say there's different laws that apply to Clintons. I'm not gonna say that. What I am gonna say is the way that she handled the situation was terrible. She should have been way more honest about the fact she was under FBI investigation and not lied on her website and constantly called it an inquiry, and then also said she just had personal emails. They found classified emails. And if it was anyone else but Hillary Clinton, if it was any soldier or anyone working at the FBI, they would be in jail right now. They would be in jail for leaking country secrets. Now, as Hillary is the definition of a politician, she is very good at dodging and avoiding questions that are pretty obvious, such as when someone asked her, "Did you wipe your server?" And she dodged the question by saying, "I gave them all the information they needed." And he repeated, "But did you wipe the server?" And she said, "No, I helped them out. I gave them everything they needed." And then he said, "But did you wipe the server?" And she said, "What? Like with a cloth?" Oh my God, like that is the most insulting answer she could have given. Like, "Oh no, I'm just so stupid. What, with a cloth? I don't know what wiping is." That was when I lost all my respect for Hillary. The fact that she's going to treat us like that is just, no. I could not vote for someone that treats people. No. Okay, so you're voting for Trump? No, I'm not voting for Trump. Well, you're just throwing that vote away. Now, my trust issues don't just stop with Hillary Clinton. In fact, I have no faith in the system at all. The fact that in Arizona, New York, Rhode Island, voter suppression techniques were in full force and people in Arizona had to wait up to 5 hours to vote. Why would that be a thing? Doesn't that sound like something the RNC would be doing? No, it's a good old DNC. Usually, exit polls are a pretty good estimator for who's going to win a primary. Almost always, the results are within the margin of error. However, sometimes 1 or 2 anomalies may pop up. However, 8 out of 16 primaries that favored Hillary Clinton were outside the margin of error, sometimes by over 10%. So either the poll is broken, some hardcore election fraud is going down, or both. There's so much evidence showing that she didn't win this fair and square, but oh no, please, I'm sorry, Trump is the other guy. Watch out, don't vote for Trump, ah! And one of the biggest reasons I've lost faith in the system is the Dnc leak. WikiLeaks leaked almost 20,000 emails from the DNC, just showing so much collusion and corruption and The reason so many Bernie supporters are so outraged by this DNC leak is because they've spent so much time and money and effort, they're so passionate for their candidate, and to find out that the entire time, the unbiased group that's supposed to be letting America decide has incredibly weighted the contest against him makes them feel like all of their time and effort has been wasted. At least if it had been a fair fight, it'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna vote for Hillary. You were obviously the best candidate. Even though I've tried my best and my candidate I thought was the best, I think we're gonna just have to let bygones be bygones. No! The whole thing was rigged against them the whole time. Why would I want to vote for that person that literally made me waste all my time? One email in specific stood out to me, and it really encompasses everything I'm saying to you right now, and that's this one from Jeremy Brinster, where he says, Clinton is forced to continue to appeal to young liberals as opposed to pivoting back to center. Something that a lot of people just don't believe is gonna happen. They think, no, she's definitely for all these policies, when the DNC right here, no, she's forcing herself to appeal to these young liberals before she pivots back to center. That's been her game the whole time. Now, I'd really like to believe that any angry comments you read in my comment section are from real people, except that Clinton has paid over $1 million to correct the record and pay people to pretend to like her and comment on things online. I'm not joking. That's a huge thing. Over $1 million to correct the record and pretend to be Hillary fans. Great. That's just great. You don't even know if you're talking to someone that actually supports Hillary or if they're just paid to. You know, I have real friends. I don't have to pay people to be my friend. Bernie Sanders had real supporters. What does she do? She has real money. What are you gonna do? You know, money beats real stuff, I guess. Now, I tried to make this video as brief as possible, so I didn't really get to talk about the Clinton Foundation, which is corruption and cronyism at its finest. And if you've never heard of the Clinton Foundation and don't know why I'm upset about it, just read up about it, and I'm sure you'll be as upset as me, and you'll definitely be reconsidering voting for Hillary Clinton in November. As for me, I'm mostly considering voting third party. I like Jill Stein, the Green Party, and their platform, and that lines up with my values. Now, I can already see the comments saying, any vote for third parties to vote for Trump, you're throwing your vote away. What if somebody actually wanted to vote for Trump? Is that throwing their vote away? No, you're just using voter manipulation to get someone to change their vote to what you want them to. I don't agree with that. In America, we're lucky enough to have the right to vote. You have the right to vote for whoever you want. I have the right to vote for whoever I want. So, with that, I think I'm done with the conversation. I feel like this is one of the only videos I've made where I don't have to ask you for your opinion because I feel like you're gonna give it to me anyway, which is good. I wanna know, who are you voting for this upcoming election if you can? If you can't, who would you vote for? And do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Are you like, Evan, I'm just doing lesser of two evils here, okay? I feel like this is the best decision. That's okay. As long as you vote, that's all that matters. To be fair, I still agree with a lot of the things that past Evan did say, and I do not like the way that a lot of politicians have acted in the recent past. However, I feel at this very moment, with 1 day's extra perspective, almost as if the government has their hand on my balls, and they're like, you gotta vote for one of these two pieces of crap. And so, for the most part, I'm pretty sure I'm going to vote for Hillary. I'm not going to enjoy it. I'm not going to go excitedly to my polling station, or rather, since I live in England, vote from abroad. I'm not going to be like, yeah, Hillary Clinton. That's not happening, okay? I'm going to pick Hillary because it is going to boil down to Hillary or Trump. That's just the sad truth of it. This is the way that the US political scene has destroyed itself, and it's like you have to pick one of these two terrible decisions. And you know what? I would rather have Clinton than Trump. That is the end definition there. I would rather have Clinton than Trump. Not just because Trump threatens so many different people, even though I know that just because a president comes in office doesn't mean loads of change happens. There's the thing with the Supreme Court. There's a lot of reasons. And I do feel like emasculated a bit, and I have no power, as usual. I mean, that's literally the US politics, but that's the situation I'm in with a day extra perspective. I feel a lot better talking about it, and I want to know now, do you feel the same? Do you feel, what side are you on? There's so many different ways to look at this beast, and I just want to know, am I crazy? Like, I don't even know what I'm thinking anymore. There's so many different opinions going on in my head, but the thing is, I feel better now. I feel better getting this all out in the open, but either way, I do hope you liked the video. If you did, you can give me a like, tell me what you're thinking in the comments, and you can subscribe because I make new videos every Sunday, not usually this deep. But anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in a new location, hopefully a better backdrop than this next week. Goodbye. Well, post-outro people, thanks for enduring that lovely video. I am now going to say goodbye to this flat. I'm literally moving today. I'm filming this on my birthday. Happy birthday! Thank you, person I'm never going to see that comment. It's just going to be lots of political hate and stuff. But this is the last time you see this backdrop. I'm going to miss it so much. Goodbye, room. Time to go to Brighton.